Good everyone, I'm in a different setting right now. I'm outside because every morning I like to just sit outside and just enjoy the nice weather and just chill with my dog here, and just before market open just get in the right headspace and you know make sure my mind is right before trading in the morning and getting myself ready for it. But this week it should be a good week. Hopefully it's going to be the payout week. I go analyze the charts in like 5-10 minutes and then I'll show y'all what I'm thinking. All right, it's 9:13. Just finished up doing my market, like pre-market analysis and seeing what I kind of want from the day. And so I'm still kind of bullish on the day. I mean, yeah, we made a lower high up here and we are trading lower now, but I mean, we are looking on the high time frame, like we are still printing bullish structure. Do I think we can go to all-time highs? Maybe. Again, maybe. I mean, it's always an opportunity. I am curious to see how we respect this 1 hour volume imbalance. As you know from the last week, that's what I literally traded off of off of a 1 minute volume imbalance. But again, we are making crazy legs down, so I want to see a good reversal coming out of it. We also have the new week opening gap right here. We closed up here and then we opened down here, so that's where this could be where we could reverse here. Maybe ideally I'd want to see this sell side get swept just as like a sweep, because it is like the very beginning of Asia low. Ideally, maybe I would want to see this get swept and then we go towards London high at least. And that's kind of what I want, at least London high today if I'm bullish. But I have to understand, if we do just keep trading lower and lower, it'll either be a no trade day or I'll have to find some sort of sell side target looking to the left. But I'm ideally bullish. I would ideally want to sweep this, respect this on a high time frame, and then reverse. 5 minute, 1 minute, really not much to talk about, but on 5 or on 15 and hourly, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Maybe we don't respect this volume imbalance. That's fine, because we might have to trade down. But I mean, if we do respect it, that'll be a good sign to go higher. Also have to be worried about these fair value gaps. Make sure we trade through them very nicely. But other than that, I'm still bullish on the day. Still bullish probably on the week, to be honest, until proven otherwise. So that's my buys for today. I'll be back after I trade and let you all know what happened. Yo, just finished up trading, took no trades. I mean, look at the market. Right off the open, we just rally 100 points into all-time highs and then just consolidate, and then I don't find any entry and it's not worth it to take anything. So I took no trades today. Really not much to talk about because we literally just rallied the entire time, giving no retracement to go long, and then we took out all my long targets, and then I didn't want to go short at all-time highs, and there was no short like confirmation, so I just didn't trade. Way better days to trade, and that's what you have to understand. So no trades for me today. Probably just gonna make some short form content, things like that, and then see y'all probably on Tuesday. Yo, what's good, boys? It's Tuesday. New trading day. As you all know, I did not take a trade yesterday, but today I'm hoping to take a trade. Like I said, I'm very close to a payout, so I mean, I'm just trying to get a good win here and then secure my payout. But I'm gonna go analyze the charts. It's 9:20. I'm on a little bit later today, but I'm gonna go analyze the charts and see what's cooking. Today should be a good day. We had Fed speaking at 8:30, but it was an orange folder, so it probably wasn't like some crazy news. And then there's not really anything else after that, so we should get good volatility. Market is looking good already. I'm already looking at it, so it's not looking that bad already. But I'm gonna go see what it's looking like, and I'll let y'all know. Yo, so this is what I'm kind of seeing right now. Obviously, I'm high time frame on 4 hour. We are printing like bullish structure. Like we haven't structure shift to the downside yet. However, we did invalidate this big 4 hour gap, and we are getting legs down. Like we are starting to break structure. On hourly time frame, you can kind of see the same thing. We invalidated this big gap right here, and now we're trading up into and respecting this bearish gap, and then we have this bearish gap up here that we have, and all this sell side liquidity that's in the market right now. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm honestly going to be bearish for today. I know it might be weird because we're at all-time highs and we're very close to it, with these highs being up here, but you have to look. This is the 15-minute chart. We are in a bearish structure on the 15-minute, and this looks like a good liquidity sweep, and then we can see these lows being taken potentially. We have this inversion that we could be respecting here. We have Asia high, London high right here, and then just some lows here that I want to be taken out, and that's kind of what I'm seeing for today. Now, obviously, if we just trade lower on the morning and then sweep out these lows, maybe respect this new week opening gap, I would look for longs. But ideally, I want to see we just run these two highs, turn around, and then take out these lows. That's what I'm seeing for today. Market opens in 4 minutes, so we'll see if we do anything. Yo, just finished up trading for the day. Took a shower too. I took no trades today. My model presented itself pretty perfectly, except for the fact that it was not the right time of day. I normally trade around the macro, which is 9:50 to 10:10, and the trade setup happened at like 9:39. And I'll show you guys what happened. So obviously, like I said, I was bearish on the day. I wanted London highs to be swept. Oh, I don't have any of the markings on the chart. Okay, hold on. So like I said, I wanted London high to be swept, which it did. And we ended up sweeping it right off the open and then breaking down super hard. And we broke structure right here. And then we had these two fair value gaps right here. And then, like in my model, I wanted to see it come into a premium. And it did that, just that, trading into the fair value gap in a premium after the liquidity sweep. And there was sell side liquidity here. There was sell side here. And then all this low resistance sell side over here that I wanted taken out. All this low resistance sell side that I want taken out. Why can't I? There we go. And there was even more down here. I'm just not going to mark it out. So we came up, swept out this buy side, broke down hard, made a fair value gap, broke structure, trade up into premium, and then sold off. However, I would have entered off this, but the time was 9:39 when it traded up into equilibrium. That's very early in the day. A lot of times too, it will trade up into the top fair value gap too. So I just thought it might have traded up into since it was early in market open, it was very volatile. It might trade up into it. Also at that time, ES was literally above that fair value gap it made. And I was like, all right, well, this doesn't look that promising. But I was telling my Discord that it could reject off it if it wanted to go lower, which it did. It was just too early in the day for me. We didn't tap. I thought we would go higher. And there's been many times too where I've just set a limit order at that line there, and then it trades up into like optimal trade entry, and it would have stopped me out because I got a terrible entry compared to it. So it was just, I don't know. I just think it was right off the open. It just looked like manipulation, but I still had a bearish bias and ended up trading up into it, rejecting it. And then I didn't enter off this fair value gap here because we took out my first draw on liquidity. So I was like, all right, well, if it's going to reverse to go higher, it would have done that already. We ended up breaking down harder even more. There was this fair value gap here I would have traded off of, but we never tapped it, sold off hard, and then took out more of these lows right here. And now we're getting our retracement, but I just took no trades today. And I was telling my Discord, like, there's going to be many other days that are just as good as today that I get my entry. So I can't beat myself up over following my model because, you know, an unprofitable day trader would have lost money today if they chased price because they would have gotten stuck in chop up here or whatever. So the fact that I followed my model, I stayed true to my model and didn't, you know, chase price or FOMO into a trade just shows that, you know, I am disciplined and I am a profitable trader because, yeah, I didn't make money on this trade, but I didn't lose money and I followed my model. I didn't enter at the macro because my model didn't present during it. And I followed my model and that's all that matters. And, you know, I didn't take a trade today. I didn't take a trade yesterday, but didn't lose any money. So I'm still up from last week. I'm still up. I'm very close to a payout. And yeah, so I'm going to make some short form content, post a trade recap. And then that's pretty much it. I have pickup today, soccer. So I'm going to go do anything but trading now, not worry about the charts and enjoy my day. Yo, so it's Wednesday. I'm currently one trade away from getting a payout. So all I need to do is just win one trade and I get a pretty substantial payout. So I'm very just kind of locked in, making sure I'm staying disciplined, making sure I don't have a loss because I just want that one big win right on top of it just to secure me a payout. And if I win more than $1,000 on this trade, I'll get over a $10,000 payout. So I'm really excited because I haven't gotten a payout in a while, and it's going to push me towards my goal, very substantially towards my goal. And I just need to make sure I'm staying disciplined to my model and making sure I don't making sure I don't force a trade or anything like that. So just got on the charts. It's about 15 minutes till market opens. I'm going to analyze the charts, but main thing I really want to just harp on is just I need to stay disciplined and not just trade just because I'm one trade away from making a payout. I need to make sure the trade I'm taking is a disciplined trade because I don't go for that like $200 winning day stuff. Like if I'm going for 5 winning days, I just win 5 trades. Like, yeah, if I go break even, I'll just put my stop at 200 just so I can get that payout. But my account balance is only at 3,000. So, why am I, like, if I take a payout, I'm not going to have enough drawdown. So I really need to win like 1,000 on this trade just so, my drawdown is still 2,000 after. So that's kind of my minimum payout I really want to take. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. I'm going to go analyze the charts, and I'll see y'all when I'm done. All right, so going into the day, I still have that bearish bias continuing from yesterday. So we completely invalidated this gap. We completely invalidated this gap too on the 4 hour, and we made a new leg down. Now this could be a liquidity sweep on the high time frame. However, I doubt it, just because on hourly we used to look bullish, and we are respecting this big bearish gap right now, and there are 2 little BPRs up here too, inversions. So I do think if this gets disrespected, then yeah, we're gonna go up. But if we respect this bullish bearish gap, especially on 15-minute and 1 hourly, I think we can get legs down, more legs down, maybe taking out these lows eventually, or definitely these lows are my targets. So on the 15-minute, we have the London high right here that ideally I want to see taken out right upon the open, respecting this bearish fair value gap. Then I want to see a nice market structure shift downwards, trade into a fair value gap into a premium, and then I want to target these 2 liquidities. And if it's running good, I want to target this bottom liquidity. And that should be, if this does play out how I want, this should be my payout. This looks like a bunch of consolidation before we're going to manipulate up, taking out all these highs, and then sell off, taking out all the lows while we still are respecting this. Also, we have the new day opening gap here that we could target, and that's kind of where my liquidity is on the Asia low. So that might be a good draw. So that's kind of what I'm seeing for today. I'm going to wait until market opens, trade, and see if I can get my payout. Yo, what's good? Just finished up trading. It's currently 10:30. Had a break-even trade today. It's a little frustrating because, like I said, I'm 1 day away from getting a payout, and this trade it looked promising too. It looked really good, promising, but right when I kind of entered, we just started chopping around my entry. I was in profit for I was like $200, $300 in profit. If I closed, I could have got my payout, but it would have been not as much as I ideally wanted, because I don't want to just go for a 200 winning day. But we were just chopping in profit for like a little bit, and then I just moved my stop to break even once we had a nice leg down. And then the candle right after it, knowing trading, just goes straight back up, stopping me break even. So here was the trade. Off the open, I wanted to see us sweep out London high, but we didn't. We just traded lower. Ended up trading back into a premium, like similar to yesterday, then kind of dumping, taking out these 2 lows, but we still had this low that I wanted. And then we had these legs up, invalidating this, and I thought we were going to go higher, but I wanted to obviously wait for a market structure shift, and thank God I didn't, because we just blew right through it. And then once we blew right through it, on the 1 hour, we closed below the new day opening gap I was talking about. And then once we got that, I was kind of my green light. ES was dumping, and then once we did that and then trade up into this BPR, I went short off of a rejection, and that was my green light to go short, because at that point there was really no bullish things holding price up. So I was like, bet we're gonna go down, take out this low, and we ended up just not, and consolidating. And then once we had this leg down here, I put my stop break even, because it's like the 2nd or 3rd time we traded down. And I just thought, all right, I mean, I don't want to sit through chop, and thank God I didn't, because I would have gotten stopped out. And I got stop break even. So break even day for me today. I lost probably I don't know, slippage, maybe like $60. So can't really be that mad. I don't know how I lost that much, but I don't know. It's whatever. Maybe my stop wasn't completely break even, but got stop break even. And trading for tomorrow. Hopefully I can get this payout this week. I got 2 more trading days this week. I really just want to get a payout. Solidify a payout on this month, and go next. So I'm gonna post some short form content, trade recap on YouTube, TikTok, things like that. See what's happening in my Discord. Traded live every morning. And yeah, so peace. Yo, what's good? I just forgot to record going to it, but I just got back. So I just met up with a couple of my friends that are helping me with content. They've been giving me some good ideas to make for skits and things like that to post on TikTok. And we made 3 very funny skits, I think, that are going to do pretty good. And after that, 2 people that I'm talking with that are in my Discord, they were just asking me a bunch of questions about trading and just asking for some advice. And I was voice chatting them one-on-one. Just kind of giving them my advice. So that's kind of what I've been doing for the past couple hours. But I'm pretty much done with my day. I don't really have anything else to do. Finished making content, did journal my trade, talk to people in my Discord. Make sure you join the Discord. We're over 100 members. It's going pretty good. And use code Uchi in the Alpha Futures checkout. And yeah, it's probably going to be it for Wednesday, but we'll be seeing y'all on Thursday. Yo, what's up? It's Thursday, fourth day of the week, and still one trade away from getting this payout. Just hopped on the charts now. Today is going to be like a chill day, I think, in terms of like work. I'm not going to make too much content. Like, I'm not going to meet up with those guys again, I don't think. But I'm going to hop on the charts right now, analyze the market. Hopefully we can get this win, man. And I hope if I do take a trade, I could win. Like, maybe my trade could be like a little bit over 1,200. That'd be really nice, because I want to make sure when I'm taking a payout, my balance is at 4,000, just so when I take 2,000 out on each account, I still have that $2,000 balance instead of, being in drawdown technically after the payout. So I really want to make sure, like, after I get a payout, I'm protected. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna take a payout once I get a win. Like, I'm not gonna. Like, it's been over a month since I haven't gotten a payout. So I'm just gonna get this bread, get a payout under my belt, and just get like the fire started under me. But yeah, what I'm also gonna do too is if I'm in a trade, this is the thing though, I don't want to take a payout if it's like 3,200, because like taking a $1,600 payout is like nothing. You know what I mean? So I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna trade how I normally trade. Stop goes break even. I'm not gonna make my stop. I'm not gonna put my stop and profit 200 just so I get that last winning day and get a payout, because the payout isn't gonna be a lot. I don't want to take out half of a $3,000 balance. Like, I don't want to do that, because then my payout won't be anything. But at the same time, like, if I just get a good solid win, like $1,000 day today, just taking my payout and getting on with it. But hopefully we can get a good day. Market doesn't look that bad. It looks pretty bullish. It doesn't look that bad. So I'm gonna go ahead, get on the charts, analyze them, and see what I'm thinking. All right, so I just finished analyzing the market. So as y'all know, yesterday we made this entire move down, and now overnight and today we flipped back to bullish. So that daily fair value gap that we had here that we traded down into, we got respect of it, and now we're trading back up to all-time high. So my bullish is now again bullish, and I like these relative equal highs here. Back to all-time high. So that's definitely going to be probably my main target for today, or at least this little internal high, because we do have a bearish gap here that we just respected. But we are retracing into this fair value gap. So ideally, I'd want to see some sort of sell side taken. I mean, this is really the only sell side we have. Overnight or pre-market, we swept out both London high and London low during pre-market. So there's no London highs anymore, but this is the Asia high, and it's the relative equal high with all-time highs. So that's definitely a good draw. And just every time frame kind of looks really bullish. So that's a good sign to see. There's not really fair value gap like holding price down here, which is also really good to see, because that means once we go up, we're just going to hopefully just keep ripping. So ideally, I'm trying to see some sort of sell side. I don't know. This is a very weird sell side right here, because if we trade all the way in, we're going to have to respect this fair value gap, which we could. That's what a sweep would be. We would respect it, especially on this time frame. So ideally, I'd probably want to see this sell side come get taken out, and then we just reverse up. Or if we just keep ripping up, I'll have to find a continuation model, like kind of this whole week has been, and we haven't really been reversing every day, just been like a straight shot up or down. So I'm gonna have to be patient, wait for that. But ideally, I'd want to see some sort of sell side taken, or some sort of just displacement to the upside, or confirmation to the upside, and then I'm going to target these all-time highs here. Hopefully, like I said, if I could take a trade and win, hopefully make $1,000 or more on it, that'd be putting me in a really good spot for my payout. But nonetheless, still at 10K out of 100K made, but this payout would really push me farther towards my goal. So I'm going to wait for market open, and I'll see y'all boys after trading's done. Yo, so I didn't get the payout. I actually took a loss of $200, very small loss. I normally risk 500, and I only lost 200. And today, I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of being greedy. I've been saying all week, I really just want this pay, and I just want this payout, and it kind of got the best of me, because I really didn't follow my model on this trade. So here was the trade. I originally wanted all-time highs, like I said, but we ended up edging the liquidity up here, and we didn't even sweep out sell side, so that's why I didn't enter long. And then I was going to try to get a retracement off like somewhere here, but we just kept blowing through it. And then we end up just trading through all of this sell side liquidity. So I was like, all right, we're about to flip bullish. Or bearish. We had this low right here. I thought we would come take out. So I ended up just trading off this fair value gap, and my stop was originally up here, but then once we had these 2 legs down, since I was just trying to get this payout and I was being a little bit more risky because I wasn't following my model, I trimmed my stop right here, right after that, and then it got blown straight through. So I did take a loss there. And yeah, it's just a little like frustrating, and I'm frustrated with myself because obviously I didn't follow my model. I could have prevented this loss if I just stepped away, and I knew that. I was literally telling that to my Discord, like, I need to step away. Like, I'm really just trying to get this payout, so I might just enter off nothing. And it's obviously not the right decision. That's why most people are unprofitable. And yeah, so I'm lost $200, set me back a little bit. But again, 1 win takes out that loss and more, and I'll still get my payout. So hopefully Friday, I will stay disciplined to my model. I'm not going to just enter off nothing. I will stay disciplined to my model, and hopefully I can get that trade. Business-wise, I'm going to journal this trade, make my trade recap, post some TikToks, record some TikToks. Maybe just journal and like on a notepad and just reflect why I shouldn't have done this or something. And then, yeah. So that's going to be it for right now. Peace. Yo, it's Friday, last day of the week. This week has been pretty good. You know, I am 1 day away from getting a payout, and I just got to make sure I'm staying disciplined. You know, I really want to get this payout this week, but I have to understand that if the market conditions are bad, if my setup doesn't present, I just should not trade today and save myself from losing $500, no matter if I can make my money. That being said, though, if my setup presents, if I see something that's worthy of entering, I'm going to enter off of it. I'm going to capitalize on it. So it's currently 8:58 right now. I'm going to probably just hop on the charts, analyze the market, see what I'm thinking for today. But man, I really hope I can get this payout, bro, because it's been a kind of a long time in the run, because I got a payout and then I kept blowing accounts after that because of the greed of making money. But now I finally feel like I have it on a good discipline, and I have to make sure I keep that and don't get greedy when I have 1 day. I just need to win 1 trade. And it's not hard to just win 1 trade, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So all I need to do is just win 1 trade. And if it's a banger trade, I can get a pretty big payout. So that's that. I'm going to hop on the charts and see what's cooking. All right, so Friday, as you all know, this is what we're seeing. So yesterday, we obviously traded down and then now traded all the way back up into all-time highs again. So that's kind of what happened yesterday. And we are just trading off this 4-hour bullish fair value gap, and we have this low here that I think we maybe won't take out, but this, if we do flip to like a bearish bias, I think this is where we could take out or something. But I hope that we respect this gap and kind of just trade higher from here. We do have this sell side point here. We just swept out London low here, which is kind of not good because it's only 9:10 in the morning. So ideally, I wanted that to be taken out right at the open. So I'm kind of a little scared that we might just rip, but I think we should be fine. Maybe we're going to sweep this low, hopefully. But we're playing off this gap. We are kind of consolidating here. So just got to be weary of that we are in a range. But on 15-minute, we had this low here, and then we had the London low that just got swept literally just now. So maybe we're going to come trade this low, trade this for value gap or something, and then come higher towards this is going to be London high, and this is Asia high. So I'm hoping for these targets to be taken out. That's kind of what I want out of the market today. And like I said, I'm 1 trade away, 1 win away from getting a payout. So I'm hoping to take a trade today. I have to say disciplined, and if the market is really bad, then just sit out. But I'm hoping to just get a payout this week, because like I said last week on the week 2, I was hoping to get a payout. I didn't get the payout, and now on week 3, I'm hoping to get a payout. And I mean, week 4, I'll definitely get the payout, because it's just 1 trade. There's no way I don't take 1 trade if the market is actually decent. So that's that. I'm gonna wait for market open, and then I'll see y'all boys after we trade. Got the payout. It's 12:22. This trade took over 2 hours to hit. I got the payout. The payout's going to be around 2,100 per account, so a little bit over 10K. But here's a trade. It's a big one. It's a doozy. So pretty much right out the open, we swept out. Before the open, like I said, we swept out London low, but then we ended up sweeping out the other low I was talking about. And then immediately after, we just inverse this gap. I'm like, it's too good. It's got to be. I'm going to go risk on here. I trade right off the inversion, right around the macro too. and it just went straight to London high. I should have taken profit here, but like I said, I wanted this high because this is too little of profit for me for a payout, and I was being a little greedy. I know it was not the best, and I held here, had stop break even, and it just chopped all the way through. Not much to really talk about. I mean, I was just waiting, and it just kept chopping higher and higher and higher. I ended up hitting full take profit for a $1,600 day across 5 accounts, getting my fifth winning day. I'm getting a payout. Payout's going to be over 10 bands, so when I get the payout, we're going to be adding it to the number up top. And yes, sir. So for business wise, I'm going to make some content, farm some TikToks out of this payout, go on a 5-mile walk because I'm trying to get some exercise in, and just, enjoy my weekend, bro. I got a payout. Enjoy the weekend. It's a good weekend. And yeah, it's probably going to be it for this video. WN to the video. Finally got the payout, man. It's going to be consistent from here, bro. You better get on the duck train right now. I know it's cringe, but you better get on my train right now because it's going to start going, and soon the M4 comp will be mine. So that's going to be it for this video. Next week, stay disciplined. Get another payout by the middle of August, hopefully. And yes, sir. Peace. All right, I know I said in the last clip that that's going to be the end of the video, but it's not. I just wanted to show proof that I'm getting these payouts because I guess some people fake them, but here is the proof. I'm just blocking out the accounts, but here it is. I already requested one of them, funding approved. You can see here. That's the balance. That's the eligible amount, and there's the 4 payouts, and that's one already. So there's the 4 payouts I'm going to be getting. It's going to be $21.60 on each account, and yeah, so that's gonna be it for the video. Getting my payouts. It's very happy, man. It's a long time awaited, and yeah, we're ready on Monday and we're locked in. Let's go.